Terry Mayert is a veteran of performance in Manitoba's Southwest Baseball League, where he played for over 20 years with the Reston Rockets and the Melita Braves. Terry, being selected as a league all-star 13 times, has to rate highly on your baseball resume.
Oh, well, for sure. It was just an honor to even to be picked all those times, and the times I probably wasn't picked, we were probably away with the kids. Mm-hmm. And just love the camaraderie with the other teams.
You had some
absolutely
good associations.
Yeah, for sure. You hated to play against them, but you love to play with them. So
exactly.
Yeah.
1981 was one of your big seasons. You were chosen most valuable pitcher and most valuable player while playing for Reston. Would you agree on that?
Absolutely. That seemed to be the peak of my career. I was a young guy, and I think I had 3 kids, and and anytime my family come to any game, I played my heart out. So especially pitching and hitting, I love the pressure. So
another credit we could mention was when you went to the provincials. That was 14 times with Southwest teams. You also were part of 3 teams that went to the Western Canadian tournaments. Those are good memories for you, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. The one we went to Vibank, Saskatchewan, and we won it. We won the Western Canadas, and we played against Edmonton Titans. And we were down. Bob Caldwell was pitching, and he was a good pitcher. And they were just clubbing him left and right. And after 3 innings, we were down 8-1. And we put in, I can't remember his name, Boyd Mullen. And we shut them down, and I was actually fortunate enough to hit the tying home run. And then Donnie Morrison hit the winning home run right after me. So.
And the score was, the final score?
11-8.
11-8.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
This induction salutes your merits as an individual player, and it adds to your membership in the Shrine in the team category, which you had with Deloraine and Wascata. Can we induct you in any other baseball capacity?
I don't think so.
That's very nice, though, to be saluted 3 times.
For sure. Yeah. I'm very lucky.
Terry, you were an outstanding outfielder, but also a pitcher. What position did you prefer?
It depended on the situation. In provincials, I loved to play the outfield, center field mainly because I had a guy by the name of Jeff Smart from Wascata, shortstop, and him and I, we just seemed to click. He told me all the pitches that were coming, and like I said, had a pretty decent knack to figure out how the batter was going to hit. And I never stood still out in the outfield. Mm-hmm. I was always took a step somewhere at all times, just to be ready. And pitching, I didn't mind pitching, the first 1 or 2 games, but I'd sooner be out in the outfield making that impossible catch.
Well, being able to read where a fly ball is going is a knack in itself.
For sure. Yeah, you can. I try to teach my son that to never stand still out there. Always be moving, either take a step back or a step forward, and read how the batter's swinging, and if you know what pitch is coming. It's pretty simple.
Yep. You were known as a player who was a tough out, and simply you got it done. When your teams needed a stolen base, a base hit, or an inning of clutch pitching. That's a lot of praise that people have for you.
Yeah, I would do anything to win, and if I had to, didn't matter how I got on base, a bunt or anything. I thrived on pitching, and I thrived on the pressure, and the outfield. And I know batting was when the pressure was on and we needed a run, and there was a guy on second. Or I know my wife, the other wives would say my wife couldn't watch. So I just love that part.
And Terry, you played in 12 provincial and Western Canadian championships. Does any one of them stick out as a personal highlight?
The provincials, I think 1 year with Deloraine. It was in Deloraine, and we were down like a bunch of runs. And it got dark, so they suspended the game to the next morning. And we had 2 out. I think we had runners on, and we were down a couple runs. And it was a simple fly ball that I forget who we were playing, and he dropped it. And we eventually won that game. So Yeah, it was pretty special.
That-
And I also hit a grand slam, so I was pretty happy
Oh,
with that. So,
that's super.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
So, any baseball regrets as you look back?
None at all. I don't think so. I don't think so. Everything was good with me.
Any disappointments?
Every time we lost in provincials was a big disappointment, and Western Canada's. So you know, I like I say, I hated to lose. I don't instill that in my son, but I think he don't like losing either. So
Yeah.
it's
But by and large,
there's
you
a
had-
fine line,
Yeah,
you know. So
you had a good positive attitude.
I did, and I seem to be always the joker in the clubhouse and try to keep things loose. Other than when I'm pitching, I like to stay at that end of the dugout and just leave me alone. I just sat there with my head down. So
Terry, what does it mean to you to be inducted for a third time into the baseball shrine?
it's totally awesome. I mean, to be twice with once with Delray and once with Wascata as a team, but the individual means so much to me. It kind of fulfills the end of my baseball career type of thing. It feels good. So
Terry Mayert, who now is an individual member in the Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame.